Hi guys. So I thought today, since I don't have a lot going on, that I would do a little makeup tutorial or just like a makeup routine that I do when I have plans to go out. I'm not going out today. I'm not going anywhere, but I thought I would get pretty and film some content for TikTok and YouTube and all that. So let's start. So I already did my skincare, so this isn't going to be like a tutorial that includes the skincare. So if y'all want to start this, you do your skincare first and so on and so forth. I just have to make sure that my bangs don't come down. I'll put another clip here because, yeah, I don't want them in my face while I'm doing my makeup. Okay. So the first step is, of course, primer. And bear with me. It's in here somewhere. I'm currently using the e.l.f. Putty Primer. Not putty. I keep calling it putty. It's the Power Grip. It's like the most amazing primer. It's taking over the world. And I don't know where it is, so I'm going to use this one instead. So this is my Glow Recipe Primer. It's also like you don't have to use it as a primer. You can use it kind of as a serum too, but it is really good at priming your skin for makeup. That's primarily what it's used for, but it's also full of vitamins and minerals that are great for your face. And please don't make fun of my nails because I have like 2 of them missing because I haven't had really time to go get them done. But yeah. Okay. Ew, my arms are not the vibe today. So, because I don't really ever wear like short sleeve shit like this, but whatever. First step, well, we already did the first step. Now I'm going to go in with my beauty blender. This is an e.l.f. brand beauty blender. It's not like the actual. I've used the actual one before. It's great, you know, but I wanted to try the e.l.f. one. So I'm trying to think if I want to do because I'm not really tan right now. Like I don't have any tanner on. So I don't want to do a darker foundation because that'll just look crazy. It won't match. I think I'm going to do my regular color. So actually I saw this girl on TikTok that says to prime your beauty blender with setting spray. We'll set it and prime it with setting spray instead of using it like with water. And it's supposed to like help lock your makeup in like even more, which I mean, it does make sense. So I don't have like a technique of like how I lay out the foundation. I really kind of just put it on the blender and just kind of like go in with my skin, like bouncing patterns. Some people like put it on their face first and then, you can see my tracks, sorry. And then they blend it, but I just like to blend it, you know, with this. I don't really care. And it does enough coverage and stuff. So I always used to do, like when I was blending my makeup with a beauty blender, I always used to like really like press it in really hard. And I thought that was like, you know, helping the makeup stay, but like you're supposed to like gently kind of tap it in. Some people use the rubbing motion. I don't like the rubbing. I like the bouncing. Most people will say that the bouncing is the best method. Also, I've been very careful about not putting foundation under my eyes. And I know you would say like, oh, well, you want more coverage under your eyes and this and that. But as I said, I've been watching more kind of like makeup tutorials and things. People are saying the less product under the eyes, the better, because then the concealer can do its job of what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be just one layer on your skin. You know, you're not supposed to have anything under it because then the concealer is not really doing its job. Let's see. They also like say to make sure your under eyes are super moisturized up until the point that you put on your concealer. So I put like a tiny bit of this eye cream and I just kind of like dab it under just so my under eyes are like moist and so that the concealer sticks really well. Just a little bit. You don't have to go crazy. But they say it is good to kind of have it a little wet. All right. So this is like a really light concealer for me. But I do kind of like want my like inner eyes to be light. And then this is the technique I showed in my last video. I'm kind of doing like the facelift routine. It's like hot in my room, Jesus. And they also say, oh, I don't know who they is. I keep saying they, but the videos I watch. This is like the brow lifting thing. I don't know. I like it. And then this is like for your smile lines. And then you do a little on the chin. And then you're supposed, like, I guess it's good to let your, sorry, I'm just like brushing my lashes. Let your concealer sit before you blend it, because it'll just make it that much more kind of tacky and kind of like good to blend and patty and I said patty, more like putty-like, so that you can kind of blend it with, you know, more coverage in it. I don't know if that's like a fact or not, but it seems to be working for me. Okay. Do you think that was enough? That was like 10 seconds. All right. Oh, before I do that, I like to do 2 different concealers because I don't like one concealer under my eye, because then it's kind of like I don't know, the shape of my face is kind of flat. Like it's all like, the reason that you do makeup in different colors and concealers is to like shadow your face and kind of frame your face and highlight different parts. So I put a darker concealer under there. I have to let her sit now. And just when I blend that, it kind of just like goes together like so. Let me get all my other products out. I should honestly have like an e.l.f. brand deal, because I have like so much e.l.f. stuff and I love e.l.f. I feel like that's one of the only like drugstore foundations that not foundation, just product in general, that I actually like feel like it's like very similar to high end. So I think she's sad enough, so let's blend her. So I'll do the inside first, and you want to do like I do very light tapping, and I don't drag it too far over here, over to the like left. I kind of just you know, do this. And yeah, so I guess we can talk about things while I'm doing my makeup rather than just like sitting here. So I have been like so into like true crime lately. And like the stuff that I've been watching, it honestly is making me want to like low-key become like work in the law, like be a lawyer or like an attorney or something. Like that would be great, because I feel like I'd be making a difference and like actually helping put like evil people away. Because like I've been watching a lot of like, I feel like there's a lot, what I've noticed is like there's a lot of crimes that go on in like the West Coast. Like there's like 3 crimes that I watched documentaries on, maybe 4, that were like in Colorado, Idaho, Utah, like that area. So I kind of wonder, I'm like, do you think that's just a coincidence, or like what do you think's going on out there? The one case that I was really, really interested in was the University of Idaho, the murders that took place in 2022. So 4 students, unfortunately, were murdered. It was their names were Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin, Maddie Mogan, and Kaylee Gonzalez. And they were in their early 20s, like 21, 22. And they just came back from like a night out, and, you know, everything was good. And, yeah, so they basically got slaughtered. And the next day, the police came. There's just a lot of weird, like, things with the story. Like, there's a lot of, well, why people say, like, why didn't, so there was 2 roommates in the house also that weren't harmed, that didn't see the murders or didn't hear them, which people think is really weird. So the murders took place at like not approximate, but around what was it, like 2:45 a.m. And the police weren't called until like 12 noon. So like that's 8 hours of like, what are you doing? And then just like I was watching this cyber sleuth thing, and I know it's like cyber sleuth is like sleuthing, and it's like you're not actually like, you don't have like experience in crime or whatever, but you're just like piecing together things kind of like on your own. So everything that I say on this and everything that I watched, it's not like you have to say allegedly, because it's not like I can't just say, well, that happened. This is how he died. This is how this happened. Like, it's all alleged. So I'm not claiming that any of this is true. I don't even know the validity of it, but I do know that this is what I've seen. So basically, oh, and I forgot I'm doing a makeup tutorial. This is my LYS from Sephora. It's a cream contour. I don't know what shade is this. It's called No Limits Harmony, I think. Or it's either No Limits or it's Harmony. I think it's called Harmony. But yeah. So back to the tea about University of Idaho. So basically, like, there were just a lot of inconsistencies with like the police affidavit and like things that were reported and evidence, and like they didn't really have any cold, like, hard evidence until like 3 or 4 weeks after the crime. So like all these people that go and live in the town of Moscow and they go to University of Idaho, they're petrified because there's a killer on the loose. 4 kids died in an off-campus apartment, you know. So obviously there's going to be like terror and fear amongst the community. And the police department, the Moscow Police Department, came out with a statement saying, like, we think this is a targeted attack. So, you know, we don't think anyone else in the community's safety is like at risk. So, but then people were like, well, how do you say that when there's like literally a killer that's like running around? Could be one of our students. It could be anyone. But I mean, I guess you have to say that so there's not like mass panic, you know, like you have to kind of like tell them everything's going to be fine so people don't freak out. But yeah, so I just thought, like, it's just so interesting. It's called Cyber Sleuths and it's on Paramount Plus. I signed up for Paramount Plus just to watch it. It was really good. But the suspect his name is Brian Kohberger, and he supposedly is the killer, and they allegedly found his DNA on a knife sheath, which is like, I think a sheath is like like it holds the knife. I don't know though. I don't have knives or anything, but I think it's like an outer thing for the knife to go into when you're not using it. So there wasn't even the knife. They just found the sheath on the bed. It was like under one of the victim's bodies, and it had his DNA on it. I don't know if they didn't make it public or not, but there was like 18 other like male DNAs in the house and everything, which you have to also understand, like, this was a huge party house on the campus. Like, there would be parties and police would come break it up, and, you know, they would say, whose house is this? And the people in there didn't even know whose house it belonged to. It was just like the university kind of party house, which, by the way, they tore it down like 2 months ago, which I think that's weird too. But it's just very sad that these poor kids literally lost their life. And, you know, when they're supposed to be like safe, they took an Uber home they were drinking out at a bar, and like, you think you're safe, you're doing the right thing, you're taking an Uber, you're not driving, and then you just get like killed in your bed. And like, I don't know, that really like screwed me up, because I remember being in college and, you know, partying and all that. So very sad. Rest in peace to them. But yeah, I don't know what my obsession with true crime has been lately, but I don't know. It's just interesting. I feel like I like to piece the things together. Like, I like to see the evidence and then make my own judgment, you know, in my own head and stuff like that. But let's move on. So I think now I'm going to do my e.l.f. Putty Blush. So I am not really like a huge blush girl. I never have been. I don't dislike it. I just don't love it on me personally. I don't know if I don't know what it is. I'm not like in love. Like, some people are like, oh my God, I could like drown in blush and everything. And like, I'm more like that with like bronzer and like glowy look. But I mean, I do blush. Oh, sorry. I was like, my eye looks kind of weird. I do blush now because it does, I think it does add some lift and some, character to the face. But it's something that I could definitely live without. I don't even think I started wearing it until I started doing makeup in like 2016. And I don't think I started wearing blush until like maybe 2 years ago. And I feel like blush was like not as popular as it is today, like 5, 6, 7 years ago. That was all like that time frame was like the contour and the heavy concealer and the matte lips. Oh my God. Looking back now, I'm like, I cannot believe like the dark purple matte lips and like that shit was crazy. It really was. The winged liner. I will say I was doing winged liner up until like maybe a year and a half ago. I just liked it. I liked how it made my eyes wider. Now I don't really like do it unless I'm doing an eyeshadow look and I use the eyeshadow as kind of like a cut. I don't know if I call it a cut crease, but like kind of like I guess it would be a wing, but it's not like a gel eyeliner where it's like that harsh like wing that everybody did. So I go in like with my blush brush and then I get irritated because there's so much product and I don't want my face being like bright pink. So I go in with like a clean blending brush so I can just blend the blush without putting even more on my face because I don't really want like I don't like right now, I'm gonna like the look after. I don't like how it looks right now. I don't like it. I think it also stems from like I have redness, like issues on my face, like sensitive skin redness. So I don't know. I don't like the red look on my face, the pink look, whatever. Where's my brow brush? Now I'm gonna do my brows, and I feel like if anybody has suggestions on brow products and stuff, like I am not a fan of doing my brows, and I think it's because it's inconsistent for me. Like, it always comes out different because I don't know, like, what I should be doing. Like, brows is it's one of the most important, and I feel like it's also one of the hardest because, like, everyone's brows are different. I barely have any, like, eyebrows, honestly. Like, I haven't got my eyebrows threaded or anything in probably like 6 years. And like, this is the brows that I have. They don't grow. So I am usually like filling them in all the time and whatever. But now, so this is like my brow gel that I guess, so they say to like put the powder on and then you put the brow gel on to get them to like stick up or whatever. And then currently I'm like, I need a good brow product too. Like, I don't really have like I'm out of I had like I had a Milani like pomade, but I'm out of that. So I honestly, like, you can make fun of me, but I've been using like eyeshadow. So I use like this Tarte palette and there's like a kind of like a brown, and I don't take a lot because I have really light hair and I don't want to have like super dark brows personally. I don't know, but it's just like, it's hard for me because you know what? I'm going to get my mag. I need a sip of water. I need my magnifying mirror. Sorry. No. Okay. So, oh God, I don't know why I hate doing my brows so much. I just do. What is this? My eye. Sorry. Okay. So I got the wrong side. So I just like stick the brows up. And I don't know, I always do this side first, and I do just like hair strokes, but it comes out so much better when I'm using like an actual brow product and not like an eyeshadow. But I'm out and I haven't had time to order any or I've just been lazy. I didn't want to go to the store. I hate going to stores nowadays. I do everything on delivery and it's like actually kind of pathetic. Like groceries, medication, like if I'm sick, like I need medicine, all that jazz. So I used to do, along with a lot of other people, I think, like the kind of like thick brow, like dark painted on brow. And now, like, I feel like that's good for people with dark hair. And, like, but now I feel like I really want to get into, like, I don't know, like, the feather stroke brow. But I need to find a good, like, tutorial on that because I love me some feather brows, like, that just look like hair strokes. That's why I don't really fill them in, per se, like, draw them on the outside because I want them to look like natural feathers. Like, that's what I like. And after I fill them in, not fill them, well, yeah, I guess fill them in. After I draw them on, per se, I do take this again and I go like this just to, like, blend it more. And I just like the way that looks better. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do for brows for now. But I will need that mirror in a second when I do my eyeshadow. Okay, my lashes are, like, pissing me off because I wash them in the shower and they get all, like, crazy when I wash them and they get kind of, like, curly and weird. But, all right, that's as best as it's going to get. Okay, what are we doing now? Okay, so now what am I looking for? Sorry, my ADHD. If y'all don't know that I have it, I do. So I get distracted really easily. But I'm actually, like, doing good with it because one of my medications works as, like, an ADHD med on top of an antidepressant. So I'm like, period. Oh, here's my puff. Okay, so now I'm going to just take my e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder. I think that's what it's called, right? Yeah. And I'm just going to do inner corners. I don't do as much powder as I used to. Like, I used to, like, bake the shit out of my face. But then I was like, wow, this looks really, like, matte and cakey. And, like, as we know, baking is really, like, only good for people with, like, oily skin. I have, like, I don't know what I would even call. I know my skin's dry, but I feel like it's, like, it's definitely not a combination. Like, my skin is never oily. So yeah, definitely, like, extremely dry. Like, even that, like, I used a little bit of powder and it's like, you can still see, like, I don't know. And I use so much skincare stuff and my skin sometimes is still like, just fuck you. I don't want to cooperate because I'm dry. That's what my skin says to me. I don't think I'm going to do, like, a crazy eye look today. I kind of just, like, I'm not even going anywhere. So I personally like to do, I guess I'll use real eyeshadow for today. But I usually like to do bronzer in the eyelid because I don't know, I feel like it looks pretty. It's kind of like wakes up the eyes, and bronzer also acts kind of like a shaping, like, contouring product, so it kind of makes your eyes pop a little bit, and I like that. And then I just do a little sorry, my hair's bothering me. A little bit of shadow on the bottom because I don't know, something I'll never stop doing is, like, smoking out my bottom line. I love it. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. Even when I'm not wearing, like, a heavy dark eye look, I love a smoked out bottom lash line. Incredible. I usually do go in with 2 or 3 different eyeshadows because I like to do one color from here to here in the crease. And then I do a slightly darker shade on, but I use a different brush. So I use a little bit of a smaller brush. This is my Morphe, more, like, precise. And I just get a little bit of the darker eyeshadow and I just do the outer, would you call this the outer lid or the outer crease or what? I don't know. And then sometimes I'll just swoop really fast over just so it, like, you know, it looks connected. And then usually, like, if it doesn't look blended, I grab a clean brush and I just blend that ish all out. Oh, I just, like, poke myself in the eye. So I think I'll do, like, next time, maybe I'll do, like, a full beat glam look. Like, this is, like, a fuller look than what I did last time, but I want to do, like, when I'm going, like, I don't really go to clubs anymore, but, like, when I'm going to, like, an event, like a wedding, like, I go all out with, like, the concealer around the brows and just, like, contour the nose and everything. So maybe next time I'll do that. but I don't feel like doing that today. No point. But, oh, there's a lash. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think of what other topic I should talk about. Let me take some water. Okay. I think now I will talk about, okay, there's a tough subject that us 90s babies and everything millennials, even kind of Gen Z, not really, have to talk about, and it's the Quiet on the Set Nickelodeon. Now, I didn't watch it yet. I've been researching things about it. I haven't sat down and watched it because of a couple reasons. I don't like I'm into like crime and like stuff like that. I don't like all that, like knowing that like a childhood show that I really like loved and like people were being abused on, like it's gonna make me look at the show and everything different. And I know that that's reality. So all of those shows that I grew up with, you know, they are forever changed in my mind. I don't think I'm ready to like sit down and like watch it because it'll make me uncomfortable. And I also at the same time feel like even though there was so much darkness and like it was horrible, like we can still look up to these people because like it's even like they're even stronger than, you know, they're even more powerful than we thought. And it's more of the shows that I'm gonna like miss like reminiscing on. But, you know, at the same time, the show was innocent to us. And like, you know, it still can be innocent in our hearts to a degree, but then like, you know, you have to kind of like be realistic. Like that's like, I'll never look at Zoe 101, Amanda Show, all that, any of those the same. And it's really sad because I loved those. Those were like my, as many of you, I'm sure, like childhood, like favorite shows. But I was actually listening to a podcast, Trisha Paytas's podcast, and she had Alexa Nichols from Zoe 101 on. And she was a victim of Dan Schneider, and she was a victim of like bullying on the set of Zoe 101. So I tuned in like halfway through, like I fast forwarded because I was at work and I was just like busy and I wanted to hear a little bit. So she was talking about how basically she was an outcast on the set while filming Zoe 101. She played, I don't know what character she played. I forget her name, but you'll definitely know her if you see her. So she was like an outcast and treated first it was like she was just ignored by everyone. And then she actually started getting like bullied by Jamie Lynn and like Victoria Justice and these girls that worked with her. And they were like to a point where they would start physically abusing her. Like one time they hit her or punched her, and Nickelodeon actually included that in a scene of the show, but they weren't supposed to be filming. It was like them actually bullying her, and they included it in the show. And she talked about how obviously that was like hard to watch. But so something that made me really sad involves one of my favorite people of all time, Britney, as we know. So Alexa was like already all checked out of the show, but she still had a contract to fulfill, so she couldn't just quit. So one day she was with her agent or a talent coordinator, or somebody that walked her from set to like makeup and whatever. So she went, and her agent or whoever this person was like, oh, by the way, like Britney Spears is here and she's with Jamie and they want to talk to you in the trailer. So this girl's like, oh my God, Alexa's like, oh my God, like maybe Britney will be like the mediator and like, you know, like save me and Jamie's friendship. Cause they were friends in the beginning. And then like as all teenagers and stuff, like bullied and like it's horrible. But so she went to the trailer and, sorry, I'm just going to line eyelets really quick. I can't really talk doing this, so. Okay, so. All right. So she went to the trailer, and she walks in, and the door shuts behind her, and it locks. And her agent left her in there, first of all. So Britney Spears is standing in front of her, and you know I love Britney, but in this moment she was wrong, and she did apologize for it, so we'll go into it. So Brittany is 9 months pregnant, and apparently Jamie Lynn told Brittany that Alexa was bullying her, like, really bad. So when Alexa walked in, but it was the other way around. Jamie Lynn was bullying Alexa. So when Alexa walked in, Jamie, like, pretended to be afraid of her. I don't even know why they did all this. It was just kids being kids, I guess, or kids being douchebags, whatever. But Brittany starts screaming, saying, "You won't treat my sister like this. Like, I'm going to make sure that you never work in Hollywood again. Like, you'll never have a career." And Alexa's like, "So first of all, I have everybody on set hating me, and I'm already wondering what's wrong with me in my head. Like, why does everybody hate me? And now my biggest idol, Britney Spears, hates me, and she's going to blackball me in the industry." So she ran out of the trailer, started throwing up. Like, she was so upset, which I don't blame her at all. Like, that's horrible. And she went into her trailer and found her mom and was crying and throwing up. And so luckily that was her last, like, day filming there for the season. And then I don't think she returned for the third season, but that shit was crazy. So then she goes into how Britney, I think it was like 2022, Britney sent her a DM, and she was like, "Oh, this is probably like a Britney fan page," but it was like her legitimate page, because she was like, "Oh, it's like 44 million followers or something." So Britney sends her like paragraph after paragraph of like, "I'm so sorry. Like, I owe you the biggest apology in the world, and I want to give it to you. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so proud of everything you're doing now. Like, your baby is beautiful," and like just all these super kind things. And then she like made a statement publicly saying what she did and, apologized. And then she put her in her book. So Alexa's like, "This is how you apologize. Like, that's a real apology." Like, and then she showed the messages or the DMs that Jamie Lynn sent her when they started filming like Zoe 102, which was like, I think it was 2020. Mind you, Jamie Lynn never reached out to Alexa for that show. Ended in like 2007 or 8. So 12 years, Jamie Lynn didn't say a word. She could have apologized, didn't say anything. She said, basically didn't even apologize, but said like, "I hope there's no bad blood between us, because I would love for you to be on Zoe 102. So basically you're only apologizing because you want her on the show. You're not apologizing just randomly out of the blue. You're apologizing because you want something." And so, I guess, yeah, I mean, for years, like, I liked Jamie Lynn Spears. I didn't know enough about her, because I guess what I saw on Zoe 101, I liked her. I liked her character. But now with, like, everything Britney said about her in her book and, like, what Alexa's coming forward with, I think Jamie Lynn is just like her father. And we all know Britney's father. But yeah, so that was what I've learned, like what I listened to kind of about the Nickelodeon stuff. I am gonna like make a day to like, I'm gonna put my hair down now. I didn't really like even talk about the products I use. Oh, this was my lip. This was the lip that I put on. And this pencil I got from Amazon, like a pack of like 7. It's not really, I don't know what brand it is, but it's pretty good. So yeah, I mean, like, I'm gonna set aside a day, I think. Like, maybe me and a couple of my friends will watch it. I don't know. It makes me really, really uncomfortable and sad, and I don't know. But I do need to watch it, because I need to learn, what they went through and all that. So, all right. So I'm gonna, like, I guess fix up my hair now. So my hair... So I got bangs, and I told my friend Abby's my hairdresser, and I told her I wanted like Cindy Sweeney bangs, the girl from, she's on a bunch of shows, Euphoria, she's on other stuff. I don't know why I don't like bangs on myself. Like, I didn't think about that, because I had bangs like a couple years ago, like full front bangs. Right now I only have like the curtain bangs, but I had like full ass front bangs. And I liked it for literally a day, and then I was so over it. So now I'm like, damn, I'm feeling like that again. Like, I'm over it. Luckily, my hair's growing a lot faster than it ever has, because I'm taking all sorts of, like, hair vitamins and doing that. Like, that yall, I actually have it right here. So good. If you need your hair to grow, girl, this shit is so good. And it's like $10 on Amazon for, like, that much. Incredible. Very, very good. All right, so back to my hair dilemma. I'm just letting my straightener straighten up. My straightener heat up. Yeah, so heat protected. I don't like my bangs because I don't personally like them on me. Like, they look good. Like, obviously Abby cut them very well and they're like pretty, but I think I don't like the feeling of them like in front of my face and like, and I don't like the fact, but she warned me about all of this. I don't like the fact that I have to like literally style them every single day. And I said, I was like, because that's how I am. Like I say, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to style it every day. Abby's like, you know, you have to style it like every single day, like, or else they're going to like stick up. And I'm like, yeah, like I'll totally do that. And then I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I really don't want to style them. But yeah, so I'm kind of glad that I like tried them. Because I do like the look of like the side kind of like curtain bangs. I don't even know. Would you call them curtain bangs or what would you call them? But yeah, I don't know. I just love I miss my middle part. The middle part was like iconic for me. It was like it was a good time for me. And then, so these are obviously my clip-in extensions. So I got these from Irresistible Me. It's a beautiful brand they have, clip-ins, tape-ins, all sorts of things, fake ponytails. So I just got them the other day and I think they're really pretty, but they never stay this straight and like pretty, obviously. Like I wash them and stuff and they look fine, but, you know, things decay over time, as we all know. Thank God I'm not like going anywhere because I'm just kind of like throwing my look together. I'm not really following any rhyme or reason. Okay. I think this is pretty though. This shirt like is so random. I think this is like so old. I don't know what it is. It's just like a regular, I was like rushing to put something on. It's just like a regular black lace shirt from God knows when. I think it's from like 2017 or 18 or something. These are the sides. These sides are the problem. They like puff out. And I really have been taking a lot better care of my hair than I used to. Ton of masks all the time. I'm using like Pureology shampoo and conditioner, like good shit. And, yeah, so it is actually looking a lot better than it has in some time. But, yeah. All right, so is this the final look? Am I done? I know, but see, I don't know. Should I leave it like that? Or that's kind of pretty. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna like leave it like this. I'm not even going anywhere, so that's great. But, excuse me, last but not least, I gotta put in a little oil. Where's my oil? It's in my purse. It's a 10 Miracle oil plus keratin. Can't open it. There we go. So yeah, not too much oil. I always feel like I use too much oil and then my hair looks like literally a sewer, like so greasy and disgusting. This oil is really good though. It's giving. All right, well, I just got all dolled up to literally sit in the house to do nothing. But you know what? That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no crime against that. See, like when I wash them and stuff, I can wear them like how I want to wear them, like sort of to the side, which is great. But then it looks like weird. All right, I'm just gonna leave it at this. Do you think I should? I do like yeah, that's perfect. Don't touch it. That's perfect. All right, this has been a get ready with me, chat with me sort of thing. And I appreciate you all watching. And maybe I'll do this like once a week.